Right, now I'm going to try compress the snare. It's not a great deal different from compressing the kick, so I'll solo it again. Here, immediately. Makes it louder, so sometimes it's good to just do this to counteract it. Anyway, again, I'm going to go for peak compression instead of RMS, a bit more extreme. Again, I would set my attack to about 26 or 20, you know, twist it around a bit, but it's the same as the kick. If you go too low, you're going to get rid of the initial transient and lose all the impact of the drum. Ratios, again, don't go too high, maybe about 2. Some people go to 3. Some people put it a lot higher, but you know, you can end up just squeezing the life out of the drum if you do that. A bit like this. Now, thresholds too. I mean, this snare has been recorded very hot. As you can see, it's almost peaking on the way it's going, and you know, there's nothing particularly wrong with that. But you know, massively high waveform. Again, not a particularly accurate waveform on Logic, but you know, you're talking some pretty big hits here. So the person who recorded this was really living on the edge. So that means you can compress the threshold. It's not going to have to be very high for anything. But again, that rule of thumb: if you're going beyond about 6 dB of gain reduction, if this is flicking beyond 6. Probably a bit too extreme, and you're probably going to squeeze the life out of the drum. So yeah, you can kind of mess around a bit, maybe a bit more if you want. Now again, with the release, you want the release to correspond to about the shortest note that the snare plays in terms of timing, and so you don't want to go too low on this, because then on all the fills, they'll all mush into one, like that. If I won't bother go back and listen to that now, but one thing to say about the release of a snare: if it's too long, then you just lose it as a big pile of mush, really. Sometimes try the auto release setting. That's an intelligent release, which kind of decides what it's going to do depending on what it's playing at the time. So it kind of adapts to stuff. So you know, sometimes auto release is good, especially for sounds that have a lot of variation in what they're doing. Now A, B in again. Now, just one thing as well. Like I said at the start, A-B stuff, if it sounds better without it, take it off. I'm undecided here. I mean, I'm squeezing a lot of my snare out there. Sometimes you don't even need compression, so you just keep it off on the snare, because sometimes, like I said, you can squeeze the life out of it. The thing to do is hear it in the mix, really. Yeah, actually, I prefer it now because you know, it's squeezing a bit more. It's, you know, it's a bit heavier in the mix. Sounds more fat. So anyway, there's little kind of rules, guidelines on how to compress a snare. While I'm here, I'm just going to B with the original again. Like I said, keep A B in with your dry drums. You can hear how much it's evolving, yeah. Okay, great.